Today is the 21st of March 2024. The no confidence motion against the speaker will be debated for the third day today. Now, before we get to that story in detail, hello and welcome to yet another edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Jawad Abdin.
And for the Newsfirst team, I'm Hashni Pathirana. Before we take a look at your news in detail, let's take a look at your headlines first.
News First headline.
In your top local stories, and as Jua just mentioned, NCM against Speaker to be debated for the third day. Vote slated for 4:30 p.m. Shooting in Ganemulla kills one, injures another. In your international headlines, Lincoln begins Middle East tour with strains growing in US-Israel ties amid war in Gaza. And in your sports, it's tennis. Sinner looks for fresh start in Miami after first loss.
And now bringing you those stories in detail. Now, day 3 of the debate on the no confidence motion against the speaker will be held in Parliament today. Now, the Committee on Parliamentary Business on Tuesday decided that the no confidence motion against the speaker will continue until today. Now, the vote on the no confidence motion is slated to take place at 4:30 p.m. Now, the Speaker's office said that Speaker Mahinda Yapa Abeyewardena is expected to make a special statement following the vote, as he cannot participate in the debate.
And moving on to another local story we have. An individual was reported dead after a shooting that took place in Sumudumawata, Ganemulla last night. Police say the shooting took place when the police special task force attempted to apprehend a suspect involved in a shooting. The victim succumbed to his injuries after a prompt hospitalization to the Ragama hospital. The victim was a 28-year-old resident of Ahaliagoda. Police added an officer of the Special Task Force was also injured during the shooting. Investigations revealed the victim was a gangster involved in the shooting that took place in Sidua on the 9th of March 2024. Further investigations on the incident are being carried out by Ganemulla police.
International news.
And now moving on to international news, we move to the the Middle East. Now, the US top diplomat Anthony Blinken touched down in the Middle East to bolster efforts for a truce in the war in Gaza as Israeli forces pushed on with a raid on the territory's largest hospital. Now, global concern has mounted over the military conflict now in its 6th month, in which Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed to destroy Hamas in response to a deadly attack by its fighters on the 7th of October. Now, the latest fighting included an Israeli assault on Gaza City's Al-Shifa hospital, a vast complex crowded with patients and people seeking refuge, where Israel says Palestinian militants are holed up. Now, I believe, Hashin, you have got some sports news for us from the tennis arena.
Indeed, Jawad.
Sports news.
Just as Jawad mentioned, we have some sports news coming up from the tennis arena. For the first time this season, Jannik Sinner comes into a tournament looking for a fresh start. The Miami Open represents a new opportunity, the Italian said on Wednesday, as he looks to get back to winning ways after a 1-6, 6-3, 6-2 semi-final loss to his great rival Carlos Alcaraz at Indian Wells. A reset is not something Sinner has had to do this campaign, after rocketing out the gate with a 16-match winning streak that included a first Grand Slam title at the Australian Open.
Yes, and with that, we wrap up this edition's Yes 101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I've been Jawad Abdin.
And I'm Hashni Pathirana. Thank you for watching.